Hey there, welcome back to eFishin. I'm Rodney. We're back out here on the lake. We're on Taylorsville. It's the 1st of October and we got a little fishing report to give y'all. Things are looking a little better than they were in September. At least today they were. There's people still water skiing and whatnot, but we've got had some of that pretty big rains there at the end of September, and it's caused the lake to go up, and they're pulling it back down. So I think that's had the fish kind of messed up here lately. But anyways, if y'all remember back to the September report, we talked about a bite that y'all shouldn't forget, and that's a jig bite. Now that jig bite's starting to turn on. Not catching any real big fish, but caught several today throwing that jig around. And there's a better one. How's that? There's another one on the old jig. It's this one right here. That's it, just a 5/16 ball jig with a super chunk on the back of it. Now, if y'all want to see how to tie that up, go look up the custom jig skirt wire tie video and watch that after this. And if you want to know how I rigged that thing, I threaded it on, go watch how to rig the jig chunk video after this video, after we get talking here in a minute. All right, so we talked about the jig and how to make that thing, them two videos, and how to put the super chunk on there. Well, let's talk about the rod. I've just got this thing. It's a Cashin multi-purpose rod. It's 7'4", medium heavy, but it's a moderate fast. I'd been having a little bit of issues having fish on a jig come unbuttoned, so my wife got me this for my birthday, and I'm telling you what, this right here, it's the bee's knees for a jig rod. I've caught fish on it today. I've caught a few other fish on it. I really wanted to throw a football head on it, but this little 5/16 swimming that thing, look these things up. They're not bad. And they're made in the USA too, down there in South Carolina. But anyways, let's get on with it. So anyways, those fish, they seem like they have pulled up, not necessarily on points, but around pockets, main lake pockets, back in them. Even caught one in the very back of a pocket here. We'll show you that one. Other fish, they just seem to be around some type of wood. Now, you know, Taylorsville, it's all kinds of wood in it, so you just kind of gotta fish a lot of it until you find a few and go to catching them. Now, they weren't everywhere. That'd be like, seems like you'd fish a ways and then you'd catch 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe on a 50-yard stretch, and then you might fish another couple 100 yards and not catch anything, fire up, move down the lake, and then start fishing again and then catch 2 or 3 more. So just keep that jig on, tie it on, throw it, and keep it moving. I stood on my trolling motor all day today, so I covered a lot of water to catch the few fish I did catch. But they're there to catch. But you're just gonna have to cover water, find them, see where you can see where they're at, because they're not everywhere. So anyways, now fishing this thing, a lot of them I caught by swimming that jig. So I pitch that thing out there, let it go to the bottom, and then just do a slow wind back to the boat, and that seemed to catch a few of them. Some of them, you'd have to flip it in there or pitch it in there and shake it around, pull it out, pitch it in there a couple more times, and you'd have to make them bite. So it's slow, just be persistent at it. You know, it's October, it's tough fishing. I was throwing a whopper plopper, and I did have one pretty good one roll over on it, but it did not eat it. So keep that in mind. That top water bite should start to come into play. It's still in the mid to upper 70s out here, so once it cools off down into low 70s, upper 60s, I think the top water bite should really blow open, wide open. So anyways, I'm Rodney with eFishin. If you guys picked anything up, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Leave me a thumbs up down there. It helps promote the video out. It helps in the YouTube algorithm. So anyways, we'll catch y'all out on the lake next time. We're out.